What a great way to start the live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cross Paths. It's me, Lucian. Sorry, we have to kind of do things a little bit differently today. Dave is just on his way back from something, so he should be here in like 7 minutes. So right now it's just me and it's Chris who's here. I'm going to quickly unmute him, bring him in. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So I'm going to quickly start the banner, and then I will show you guys some cool things that I got from the thrift store just to kill a little bit of time before till Dave gets here. So, hi, Sophie. Let's begin. We're back as I'm staring off crazy into space. So how are you doing, Chris?
Yeah, I'm really good. It's been a busy week at work, but it's Friday
Hey.
and work's finished for the weekend. Just back from my friends. We were over. I was watching The Lord of the Rings, and we got a takeaway.
Oh,
so it was a good wee night.
I love Lord of the Rings. That's one of my favorite movies, along with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I love pirates.
Harry Potter. Those are like my 3 favorite all-time like movies series.
Yeah.
Not
good.
So I'm just gonna quickly say hi to everyone. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Robin. Hi, Ben. Hi, Zane. Yay! Everyone's here. Well, okay, some people are here, but that's okay. So it's been a while since we've been on again with you. Sorry. We were supposed to go on Wednesday. And I can't remember why we didn't go on Wednesday. But anyways, we were supposed to go yesterday. And then Dave and I decided, okay, you know what? We have a little bit of time before the live, so let's quickly go on a walk to the lake. And of course, we are on our way back, and then this duck just landed in front of us out of nowhere and decided to follow us around for like 30 minutes. And we didn't want to walk out onto the street because there's 2 different ways to get back to our house. We can either go along the lake and then down the back roads to our house, but we didn't want the duck to follow us back home. But then we didn't want to go the other way because the other way is on the highway. Well, not the highway, like a big busy main road. And we didn't want to bring the duck out there. So we're like literally walking back and forth along the water, trying to get the duck back in the water. But luckily, this woman came outside to throw trash out, and she saw us kind of like walking back and forth with a duck, and she's like, "Oh, you have a little friend there." I'm like, "Yeah, we're trying to get rid of him." And, oh, Dave's home! Yay! That's actually quicker than I thought. Hi. Oh wait, why is this not on? Hold on, guys.
That's going to be a very weird setup for the readings.
I know.
Only Lucian and Dave could find themselves being stalked by a fucking duck.
A duck out of it was cool. It was cute because I was like, oh look, we have a little friend to walk with us, but it was also awkward at the same time because he wouldn't leave us alone, and hence why we missed like the first 30 minutes of the live. So I apologize to you, Chris, for like sitting there going, where are these guys? But thank you, Robin, for messaging us, because we got so sidetracked by that we like completely forgot we had a live. But that was awkward. Sorry about that, Chris.
It's all right.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah. So while Dave kind of quickly just gets himself a little bit situated here, I did go to the thrift store today, you guys, and I saw okay, there weren't really that many things today, but I did find a cool few things here. I found this cute tiny little brass apple that actually is a bell. It's so cute. And look, this is what it looks like. So it's like it has this little stem, its little leaf, and then underneath is the bell part, which actually surprised me when I first picked it up because I didn't think it was a bell at all. I thought it was just a brass apple. I don't know what it is. Dave and I are like attracted to apples. Not really sure why, but we just are. And then I found this cool kind of bowl looking thing that has like holes in it, but they're like cool looking holes. So I thought that was really, really cool. I can use this like for my Instagram photos.
And then able to eat much cereal out of that.
Right? It's like you go to pour the milk, it's just pouring out the bottom. And then this part creeps Dave out a lot, but I thought it was really cool when I found it because I have a different purpose for it. But I found this urn. It's really, really your face, Chris. Cool urn. It's made of brass. And what I'm going to do is either fill it with graveyard dirt or with sand. Or I was thinking I could put my bones in it. Actually, putting bones in it sounds even creepier.
Careful, man.
The bones that I have for casting, they're animal bones, guys. So, but yeah, those were the 3 things that I found today. I mean, usually I have good days. Some days I can only find a few things, which was today, and some days I just don't find anything. But oh god, Robin was like, you can put Dave's ashes in that. How morbid. Hi Nads, how are you? Sorry, I'm just going through
to summarize, Lucian has found a bell shaped like an apple.
Yep.
So what are you going to use that? Is that for like, Dave, I would like a cup of tea?
Yes, I can have.
Ring.
I can be like, Dave, can you get me my tea, please? Can you get me my tea, please? He was like, good luck with that. No, but I can use it in like rituals or something, or like, you know, in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, when she's like, I'm going out to the woods to get my familiar, and she has a little bell to summon her little familiar. So who knows? I could go into the woods with my bell to summon little creatures.
Thor and Loki. Good luck.
Right. Come here, Loki. Come here, Thor. Oh, why is it sounding weird now?
Right.
Okay.
For the sake of everyone who's watching, I'm going to have to ask you to step away from the bell.
Right.
Right? Please step away from the bell.
So, what have you been up to this week, Chris? Anything interesting?
Working, really. Working is pretty much all I do through the week. Work, I have my piano lesson on a Thursday. That's always really good. And today I was at my friend's, as I said, watching Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I don't think I was doing anything else really that worth writing home about. Because I work 4 days a week. I work condensed hours. So I work from 6:30 in the morning until 5 at night, Tuesday through Friday. So by the time the evening comes round, I'm kind of pretty sleepy and I'm really just good for my bed, to be honest. So I don't really do a lot most evenings. So yeah, no, that was really pretty much it.
Yeah.
You got anything planned for the weekend?
Well, tomorrow is my last day of freedom, my last day of vacation, COVID.
Spoiler.
Oh, surprise! Well, we might go, depending. But I want to do something. Well, yeah, I guess that's the only real fun thing we can do where there's not a lot of people outside. But no, so tomorrow's my last day before I start work on Sunday, and I'm extremely, extremely excited because I just checked my schedule for the online appointments. They gave us a site that you create, well, obviously a password and username, and you can log in and you can see if anyone's booked with you. And I already have 2 people booked with me on my first day back to back at noon, which is good because my first day is only 6 hours, 10 to 4. And only 2 of us work on Sunday. 2 others work on Saturday, which is nice because I think it'll allow us to have like one of the 2 weekend days. Yeah, one of the 2 days off on the weekend. So that'll be nice. But nice. Yeah, so tomorrow I think I'm going to just relax. Tonight after... Okay, I have to tell this really funny story. So I have... actually, here, let me grab it. I have... after this live, I was going to practice my haircuts because I've been pondering it. And for some weird reason, I was afraid that I was going to forget how to cut hair. Ooh, there's a leaf in her head. And I ran out to my car and grabbed Stacy. Hi, Chris. And I realized I need to wash her hair, and usually it's kind of annoying to have to try and wash her hair in the sink and use conditioner and shampoo. So I told Dave, I was like, I'm just gonna hop in the shower after my live with her. And Dave goes, ew, that sounds really weird. I'm just like, well, Dave, think about it. I'm already gonna take a shower anyways, and it's a lot easier to like not have to bend over and break my back trying to wash her hair out. So
Yeah, don't bend over, drop the soap and bend over when you're in the shower with that thing. For God's sake.
Yeah, I told Dave, I was like, don't worry, Dave, we're not gonna be doing anything in the shower. So
Yeah, right up the shot, the
We'll
bathroom door, he's mugging up with her.
did you hear that?
I can imagine what he said. I just heard mutterings.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say, Dave?
Then I'm going to open up the bathroom door and you're going to be making out with her.
Ew. No.
Hey, girl.
But hold on, I'm just gonna say hi to who else came in? Hi Thomas, hi Neem. Oh, Tinkerbell Apple. Stacy, welcome. Wait, did someone come in who was called Stacy?
That's what you called your
Ow! The mannequin head I named Stacy.
Jesus fuck, man. Christ almighty.
I'm like scrolling through the chat. I'm like, I don't see anyone Stacy in here. I'm like, did I miss something?
You're the one that inflicted
know.
Stacey and all of us.
Literally just thought of a name for her, and I forgot the name I gave her. So, what are you doing over there, Dave? Oh God, he's making food. I haven't eaten anything since like since like.
Well, I have to eat because I got to take my sugar.
Did I even have lunch? I don't. Did we have lunch? Oh no, we did have lunch. I had stir fry. Anyways, just gonna kind of kill some time while Dave's making. Wait, can you make me something too since you're over there, please?
What am I going to make you?
I'll go through the chat
Whatever
and see
you're
all
making,
the
just make
people that
two
are
of
here. So,
Hey, come on.
Robin, hello. Uncle Badger, good evening. Hey, Sophie. I was chatting to Sophie on Insta before this. We were talking about the Deviant Moon, which I'm going to be using to read with tonight.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you've been reading with it a lot and trying to connect with it. How do you find it?
Yeah, well, I've not been really reading with it. It's more I've been kind of reading up on it. So I've been, the big book that comes with it. Excuse me. I've just been I had picked out the cards that I didn't feel were in keeping with what I understand the traditional meanings of those cards to be. So I'd picked out those cards and kind of looked them up, made a point in looking them up in the book. So yeah, no, it's been quite good. It's a good exercise to do, I think, because there's always those decks where there's sometimes you just don't understand why. Like for example, right, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, the Ace of Blades, or essentially the Ace of Swords, is like vet surgeons operating on a dog, and they're looking at an X-ray on the wall. And before I was just like, I just don't get it. Like, why is that the Ace of Blades? But I kind of read that up this morning, and it turns out it's because they're looking at the X-ray and they've realised what it is that they need to do, what's wrong with the dog. They've got that, like there's two of them, so they've got that kind of sense of like they're working together. There's a sense of urgency, but they need to be precise and all that kind of stuff that does generally tend to come with the Ace of Swords. So yeah, no, I kind of understand that a bit better now. So I think that's quite a good thing to do. Hey Dave.
Hello. How's
How
it
you
going?
doing? Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad.
What do we have in
Just have
here?
one
No!
He's being mean because he
No.
won't give me a bite.
Hi, I can't.
Wait, what's in it?
The mom.
I'm telling Mom you just said that she's in your sandwich that you're eating.
If you want to go make something, go make something.
So let's begin now that everyone's here. Sound good?
Shall we? What decks are you guys using?
Um,
Hold on, why don't you full screen this for fun?
I don't know.
There we go.
Oh, that is
Oh,
much
look
better.
at that! Oh my God!
We can see.
We can see.
I am using the wrong one. I'm using the Centennial weight as I normally do. I don't know why I feel most comfortable with this for now. And Dave's going to be using with his usual
Yeah, nothing different going on here.
Wizards
Tarot.
Tarot. There we go.
Nice.
So this is. Oh boy!
It has a nice ring to it. It's
Actually,
beautiful. It does have
yeah,
a
but
nice
it don't
ring.
ring very well.
Well, it did till you picked it up and did something to it.
Don't do nothing to
Hold on.
it.
See? Anyways.
So yes, put that up on the screen.
That's all I'm going to do.
If you look closely, it kind of resembles a penis, which is why I can take it in one bite. Mm-hmm.
Nice. You're a lucky man, Lucian.
Interesting. So, guys, we are going to open up the floor to anyone that wants a reading. If you want a reading, you know the drill. For those of you who do not know, just draw an arrow to an arrow. Oh, you can't see my hand. An arrow to your name.
That thing down there.
Oh, yes, I could have just pointed down there. An
Mhm.
arrow to your name.
Mm-hmm.
And do we have any admin in the chat?
Yeah, we've got hunters. Lots of blue spanners.
That's all you have scrolling
What do you mean?
on the ticker. That's all you have scrolling.
Well, I couldn't think of anything else.
Oh, God.
So actually I'm just gonna open up the chat very quickly so I can see. For those who are moderators, can you keep track of the list as well, just in case? Hold on, I'll turn this down. Robin just said no popcorn party tonight when I actually have a bag of popcorn for a change.
Well, Robin, there's nothing to stop you from having your own popcorn party.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta start taking over the production again because Lucian's got it all messed up. We're doing meetings on Friday. We didn't do anything Wednesday. Like, where'd the popcorn party go?
Oh,
I need to be high.
So good like this right now. Oh yes. Sorry, I'm feeling my do. You see me every like 10 minutes. I'm like, Dave, how does my hair look in this light? We were on our walk. I was like, Dave, my hair's been moving in the wind. How does it look? He's like, it looks the same as it looked before we went on the walk.
Exactly.
Well, I can't see the back of my head. I don't know what it looks like.
Take a
back
picture
there.
with your phone and look at it. Where's my?
How can I do that? Like, my arms don't extend that far. Oh, actually,
Lucian, Dave was giving you a bit of friendly constructive criticism there, and you were like, "Oh, my hair's pretty." You're like a fucking parrot.
Oh wait, what'd you say?
I don't even remember.
What did he say?
About how he needs to start taking over the production of things.
Oh yeah, well,
Oh.
yeah. That's like, I don't know. See how people are like expecting things. But don't worry, Toadstool. It'll still be fun because I'm grinding the cannabis as we speak. So at least one of us will be hammered because I need it. It's Friday, and I had a shitty week. I got yelled at by my doctor because my sugar numbers are not what they should be. And yeah, that's because the Uber Eats and the McDonald's. But it's so good.
Yeah, we've actually been doing really well and trying to eat healthier. I've had chicken with shock.
I'm so proud of
He's
Lucian.
so proud of me. I'm actually
really
eating
like vegetables.
Oh, vegetables.
He ate a vegetable and he didn't convulse.
I know. I had bell peppers, I had onions, I had broccoli, all in stir fry, and I actually have been eating it for the past like 2 days. I'm so proud of myself. My mom's gonna be so thrilled because I like never eat broccoli. I don't eat anything green usually. I hate salads unless like it's I don't know.
Your mom makes your mom makes a real good salad. You don't like your mom's salad?
Not really. She makes them weird.
Really? They are a bit weird. Where she puts like
blueberries.
Yeah, she puts some wonky shit in there, but they're good.
She puts blueberries, raspberries in there.
Yeah.
with like balsamic vinegar and nuts and whatnot.
Yes, Toadstool.
Hi, Aquarius Owl.
I'm a type 2 diabetic. I've been, and it's kind of really borderline because my doctor keeps yelling at me, says, you know, you get the weight off, the pills will go away. And that is the truth, because I've been down to like 170 pounds. And then, I don't know, I think we met and then I stopped behaving. But yeah. And it's kind of very scary to be, sorry, I'm looking down. Yeah. It's kind of very scary to be diabetic in these times because like it's all you hear with this COVID shit is that underlying conditions. And, you know, on top of all that, on the 17th of August, I have to do a business trip to all places, Tennessee, which is like a COVID hotspot, which kind of has me a little bit on edge, though.
That's very nerve-wracking.
Well, but the thing is, I just got to worry about flying, getting to my car, getting to the hotel. Once I get to the hotel, it's like I booked a suite. I had this conversation with my boss, and I booked a suite with a kitchen in it. I'm gonna find like hopefully a Trader Joe's out there, do a shopping, and it's just it. I work in a highly secure data centers. This is where I do these installs. So there's not like a lot of people. So it's very low risk. Like when I was in Chicago a little while back, I literally didn't see anybody all day long, just checking in and out. So it doesn't worry me too much. I can find my lighter. It's just the flight and the places where you're exposed as to people. And Nad, you're absolutely right. My sugar numbers were perfect before COVID. And that's the thing. It's just so easy with quarantine to get just stuck in this rut of just eating shitty because you don't want to go to the store to buy food. And it's just like Uber Eats. And it is. It really is. And even when you travel, it's tough too.
I think we can all relate to that, to be honest with you. Like, I'm sure everybody's got their thing. Not everyone is like, it's not food for everyone, do you know what I mean? But like when you're put in this situation, it's just so difficult to keep yourself kind of out of those kind of habits, I guess.
It's almost like and this is my problem, is I make these excuses for myself. It's like, well, I can't go out. I just want to. It's safer for me to stay home and order McDonald's than to go to the shopping store and buy real ingredients and cook at home. It's batshit crazy, but it's very. Are we muted?
No.
Mic over here. That's weird. All right, your computer's being a little weird. What was I saying? It's just a lot easier to get into that rut. And absolutely, I'm like, and Toadstool, I'll put this up there. Yeah, I do all of that. I have, and I'll be honest, I wear the N95 masks with the little thingies in there. I don't know why that has that up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very weird. Yeah, and I'll travel with, it's tough to fly because, I can shove some gloves in my bag. But yeah, I will definitely do that, and let's just be as safe as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's horrible lighting. Hold on.
Yeah, Dave, you have your food, and Lucian has his decks. No, well, we both have my food.
And hi, Luna. Hi, Kay.
Because actually, not for nothing, you're a little bit pre-diabetic yourself. Your numbers are not. But we're doing good. We're doing really good.
We're definitely changing what we're eating. We're going to try and get more exercise.
Yeah. We went to walk today. We went to walk yesterday. Did you tell them about the duck? I heard you telling them about the duck.
Yep. Told everyone the duck story. We named her. Well, we initially named him Harold because we thought it was a boy duck. But then when we found out it was female, I changed the name to Skyla.
Yeah.
How did you find out it was female? Did you look up his skirt?
No, because like 6 people commented on the photo and said it was a female, not a male.
Take a motorcycle helmet. That's a good idea too. A motorcycle helmet. I used that.
Oh my god! I was like, wait, why is motorcycle helmet?
I used to.
That's actually really cool.
I used to ride dirt bikes, and I used to have the helmet with the whole thing that you would pull down.
Jeez, I want to get a helmet like that just so I can wear it to work.
Yeah, you need to be really careful with working with the public.
Yep. I'm gonna bring hand sanitizer. Remind me I have to bring hand sanitizer. Actually, I can put a little note. Actually, I'm gonna put it right now.
What have you got to do in terms of like PPE and stuff, Lucian? Have you got to wear a visor when you're working?
So, we just have to wear a mask. Clients cannot come in unless they have an appointment, and they cannot come in unless like it's literally their time to come in.
And they need to wear a mask. They need to wear a mask, right?
Yes. And we have to be like sanitizing everything day throughout the day.
And make sure the idiots put the mask up over the nose. I cannot stand when it's down here.
Yeah. Like
it makes me crazy.
Hold on. Bring hand sanitizer and mask.
Wait, I didn't put enough in this. You know why? Because this bowl is too big for my little pits over here. Okay. Anyways.
Okay, sorry, I was just putting my little note in here.
Anyway, so we're keeping a list here.
We have no one right now.
Nobody wants readings?
No one wanted reading.
All right,
What, any arrows have we?
No arrows. That's fine.
We can just say and chat too. I love chatting.
Discuss things about tarot too.
Why not? And I'll just grease the wheels.
So I remember there was one point when we were, because Chris and I, a little while back, we had been doing some tarot study together. Oh, okay. Now we have some readings.
Yay! Let's get those in there. Check this thing out.
Sophie,
let me show you guys this thing. This is an apparatus right here. Look at this bitch. This thing's crazy. It's like a oh yeah, get them in there. Yeah, could you? You'll notice.
Okay.
you guys will notice when I smoke, I cough a lot. Okay, all right.
Oh, good. We have 4 people. That's good. Can one of the one of the moderators please keep the list as well? I already wrote it down, but just like keep a record. So first up is Sophie Moon, and then we have Luna Eclipse, Nads, and KL.
Nice. All right, I gotta put the bomb.
So Sophie, you're up first. What is your question, love?
That's a shuffle. I must shuffle.
Ben, we'll add you to the list when we give you a shout if you want to ask your question again, if that's okay. Ben Gomez.
Oh, I'll add Ben as well.
No, I'll be here for a little while anyways.
Okay, so the list is Sophie Moon, Luna Eclipse, Nads, Kale, and Ben Gomez.
Oh, listen to that magical shuffling.
So Sophie would like a general reading, and she's asking, I know Lucian gave me a more specific reading on a job recently I took, but now that I've taken the job, I want to know what's ahead career-wise. Perfect. Actually, I'll keep that up. And quickly shuffle.
When did you give a reading? Are you giving readings behind my back?
Yeah, I did one little reading for her. It was just a quick 3 cards.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Okay.
I thought you were legit mad at me. I'm like,
no! Oh my god! I keep telling you to do readings.
And Jack would also like a reading too.
Okay.
I'll add him.
All right. Well, I got my 3 cards out here.
And for now, we're just gonna close it. So whoever comes after will.
That's it. We're reading 4 people.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now.
You're gonna close it already? Come on.
Well, just for now. I don't want to make it too long.
Why not?
Which doesn't mean that when we get done with that, we can add more later if we have more time.
Yeah, add some on there. Come on. It's a popcorn party.
Let's just do that for now, Dave. Okay.
That's a little bit of a blowing of the noses.
Okay, I think I will go first this time.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom in on my lovely face. Oop, there it is.
Is it really lovely? Why are you so high? You're not taller than me, but why am I shorter? What's going on here?
What? Oh my, get your ass out for, I mean, get your hand in it.
I want to know what's under your bum. He's got something under his bum
No,
making
I
him
do
higher.
not. It's because I'm leaning forward. Remember, objects going towards make you look bigger than when you're further away.
Oh, I got something you can go towards.
Okay. So the first thing I pulled is the Five of Cups. Now, for the V of Cups, I can sense that there's a lot of doubt, concerns, questioning about your job that you currently have. You may not be the most thrilled about the job that you have at hand. You're just there because, and you're really, really questioning yourself. I pulled the Wheel of Fortune, not the 10 of Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. And it's definitely going to be a big change for you, but at the same time, this change is going to be one that's for the better. The better. It's going to what am I trying to say here?
Change for the better.
Yes, change for the better. But like financially, I think it's going to be a good career choice for you. I mean, yeah, it may not be the most thrilling, but I know with any new job, everyone always gets nervous. Even me, like, I'm going to be starting a new job, and I'm freaking nervous as hell, even though I've been in it for several years.
Yeah.
But it's always nerve-wracking when you start a new job. You wonder, like, especially if it's one that you've never done before. I mean, it's going to take time. It's going to take patience.
Yeah, the job I have, I started in March? I started in March. And and then the COVID and everything else, it took a while for me to just come into my own. It does.
And then I pulled the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, as we all know, she is very in control of her own emotions. She's caring, she's giving. So to me, it symbolizes that you're someone that, regardless of what is thrown at you, you put a lot of effort into what you're doing. You don't slack off. You don't go, oh, I don't really like this job, so I'm not really going to try. You still put all of your emotion into it and your feelings, and you set aside those doubts and fears, and you just get the task done because it's what's required of the job. But what's really going to help you advance is putting your heart into it, even if you feel at times like, okay, this may not have been what I would want it to be, but I'm going to push through it anyways and still go with it, because who knows, later on down the road, you never know. You may end up loving the job that you're currently at. So, yeah, that's what I see.
Okay. I guess I'll go. My first card is the Hermit, which is very interesting. I'm looking at these two spreads, Lucian's and mine, and they're almost parallel. So the Hermit, that represents that self-doubt, that really kind of thinking, and it could even be overthinking, right? The Hermit stands for withdrawing into yourself to solve a problem. Well, I see that withdrawing into yourself kind of go over, that self-doubt, that, maybe overthinking things. Because like Lucian said, like we said, it's hard starting a new job. Believe me. I'll tell you, my previous job, I don't want to talk bad, but I was treated kind of shitty. But still, I knew I had to leave. And, You know, when I got the job offer from the place I had, like, it was almost this too good to be true thing. Of course, this all happened before COVID. I was offered a job that, you know, I'll do internal IT support, which is what I was doing, but also traveling to do installs of you know, systems. And I was like, wow, I want to do that, because you know, pre-COVID, I love traveling. I love seeing all different places. But still, leaving that comfort job, moving into the unknown, it's nerve-wracking. It really is. And you will doubt your decision for days, for weeks, until you get into the swing of things in your new job. And, you know, I see that happening. Next card is our Three of Cups. That's, you know, growth. And, you know, when I look at this card, like, even though Cups is typically emotion, but which lends right into this, right? Because, right, they're taking a celebratory posture. That's that growth, that coming into your own at this new job, and really excelling and celebrating that. And this is the moment you realize that I did make the right choice, you know? And the thing is, here's the thing. It's going to take work. It's going to take effort, right? It's not going to be a smooth downhill sail, right? It's you know, the new job, it's going to challenge you. And you're going to need to work hard, but you have it within you, you know, to get to that celebratory moment. Last card is the Hierophant. Now, I view the Hierophant, what he represents to me, first and foremost, is knowledge. Now, this job is going to add to your knowledge, and it's going to give you more tools to put in your tool chest, if you think about it that way. Whether this job you have now is a stepping stone, or, you know, you work there for the rest of your life, these new challenges are going to put new tools into your tool bag that you can use at the job that you're at now, or to make that next, you know, that next movement all the easier, because you're building on that tool set. You're building on that skill set. And that's never a bad thing. So in all, I think things are going to work out good. You know, you're going to be okay. It's going to work out. All right. Let's bring us both back. Or actually, let's see what Chris has to say.
Right. King of Swords, first and foremost. Okay, so when you're in a new job, I look at this as the situation as it stands at the moment. Okay, so the King of Swords, it's obviously all about that kind of intellectual side. When you start a new job, obviously there comes with it an aspect of learning, taking in the information that you need. Now, that might be learning the technical aspects of the job. Sophie, I'm not sure what the job is that you're doing. So this is going to be quite general, but anytime you start a new job, there tends to be an aspect of technical learning, but also bringing in the kind of, you know, the company procedures and policies and all that kind of thing. So, for example, Lucian is starting a new job as, you know, with a new salon. Lucian's a hairdresser already with years of experience, so he's not going to be learning how to cut hair. But he will have to learn, you know, that salon's policies and procedures, and especially coming into a job just now in this kind of COVID situation, there's a lot of kind of learning about, you know, the risks that come with working in that environment, the PPE that we need to kind of make sure that we're wearing, making sure we're protecting ourselves. So there's a lot of learning in it for you just now. You've got the King of Swords behind you, and obviously the King of Swords is like kind of, he sees the bigger picture, he oversees that kind of that intellectual aspect. There might be a wee bit of intimidation there, so it might bring a bit of a feeling of being a wee bit out of your depth, but that's of course completely normal when we go into a new job. Now for the advice, we've got the Three of Wands. So I mean, what I would say is so far this is really mirroring what Lucian and Dave have said. Dave pulled the Three of Cups for his second card, and I've got the Three of Wands. So like Dave said, it's all about growth, and this particular card, I'm kind of picking up on a feeling of uncertainty, a wee bit of self-doubt. Again, completely normal when you go into a new job, when you throw yourself into a new situation. We all do it. But the message behind this card is everything that's supposed to be happening is happening, all right? She's, I don't know how well you can see the detail in this card. It is a bit of a weird one, but you can see she's kind of doubting herself. She's nurturing these three plants, these three wands, through an umbilical cord. And as long as she kind of stays true to what she's doing, those three plants are going to flower, they're going to blossom, and it's going to be amazing. So really the message for her and the message for you, Sophie, is keep doing what you're doing. You're doing everything right. And you're going to start to maybe see some, just feel a wee bit more comfortable in your own skin, see some of those results. The interesting card that I've pulled, so for the third position, I normally look at this as like the future or the outcome or kind of the direction that it's heading in. I've actually pulled the Devil for this one, all right? So the Devil for me, so the key, kick the desk, nearly sent you all flying. The Devil, the key aspect of the Devil is desire. It's, it can be a really negative thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. The point is the Devil energy comes with a strong feeling of desire. Now we can use that energy, we can use that desire to really drive us towards our goals. People have done amazing things with that Devil energy before, but you can also let yourself get sidetracked and get honed in and focused in on the wrong things. And if that happens, then it becomes a really difficult position to pull yourself out of. So there's definitely coming a time where you're going to have that energy about you, Sophie. You're going to have that desire. You're going to have that real drive to power you towards, what you're your goals and what you're aiming for. I would maybe just be quite conscious around about that time when you're feeling that energy. Just be conscious that you're putting it into something that that's going to help you in the long run. A word of caution, because obviously with the Devil there's also the kind of that manipulation aspect. The story behind the Devil on the Fool's Journey is, the Devil, or the God Pan, or however you look at it, he shows the Fool what his desires, he shows him what his deepest desires are, and that really drives the Fool towards those desires. Now, for some people that can be just completely showing them the wrong thing. For some people it can be showing them exactly what it is that's going to drive them forwards. But with the Devil, there's always an ulterior motive. There's always there's always something in it for him. So what I want to say to you is just be careful around, be careful of the people around you. It may be that when you come to this stage, you'll probably know exactly who your Devil is. Someone who's quite manipulative, someone who will be driving you to do certain things. Just be careful that, because obviously the Devil drives us towards doing stuff because to further his own personal goals. And I'm kind of losing the ability to English here, so I'm going to try and wrap this up. Hopefully I'm putting across what I'm meaning, even though my words aren't coming out quite right. But yeah, just be careful that you're not letting yourself be manipulated, and you're not letting anyone pull the wool over your eyes, is I guess what I'm getting at there. So hopefully that helps.
That is booping.
Yeah, just to further
expound on that.
Yes, thank you.
Expand.
Expand. There we go. I was thinking of the word. Yeah, and it's interesting because it's like no matter what job, like even what Chris was saying, how I've been a hairdresser for like 8 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And every single new job or new salon I go to, it's still always new because you have to connect with a whole new set of people. It's a whole different environment that you have to get used to.
Well, like even with my job, right? I've been doing what I've been doing. I work in tech, and I've been doing it for like 15 years. And the thing is, the things that we support, like Windows and servers and network stuff, is all the same, right? A server in one place is just, an email server in one place is pretty much the same as an email server in another place, or a file server, or what have you. But the thing is, not all environments. I mean, there's the whole political aspect of that I needed to learn. Because I come from a company that's got 100 people. The company I have now is huge. It's global. It's worldwide. They have at least 10,000 people. It's a huge company. That's a big change. And then there's just getting to know how everything works together. It's familiar technology, but it's not a familiar environment. I mean, I think it's like that with any new job, really.
Oh, we're lagging?
Are we lagging?
People are saying we're lagging a bit.
Close this other window here. I don't know. Why is your laptop lagging? I never have lagging problems.
Oh, it's saying that it fixed itself. Yeah, so hope that helped, Sophie.
Yeah, I hope that helped.
And there's two Chris Kellys.
Yeah, that. So see the chat on my other screen, it's just a sea of orange right now. Because people are talking to him, people are talking to me, and everything just comes up orange for me.
That would have been hilarious if the other Lucian, Savon, was in the chat as well. There would have been two Lucians and two Chris Kellys.
Well, they ain't two whizzes, that's for sure. It's supposed to be Lucian and the Wiz. I am the Wiz.
Oh, well, you know what?
I don't go by Dave.
Up next is Luna Eclipse, and then we have Nads. So Luna, type your question in all caps, love.
All caps.
Whenever you're ready. Preferably right the second. I'm just kidding.
Take your time.
No, I'm kidding. Or am I? No. Okay, why am I all the way over, like shoved over here?
Because I need shovel. I need shuffle space. I shuffle like a granny.
You have me like all the way over here. Unless I just turn this a little bit.
You do
there we
that
go.
too.
That works. So Luna is asking, what is the most important thing I need to know at this time, and what is coming?
All right.
Okay. Why do I have this remote over here?
You do some weird things. Oh,
Get
this
out
is
the
where the
way.
deck wanted to be cut, huh? It cut itself. I've never seen that. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, who's going first? Guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Or yeah, because it doesn't look like either of you guys are ready. So let me bring this big. All right, first card is the 10 of Cups. Basically, when I look at this card, regardless of what the 10 of Cups means, this is a card to me that actually represents faith. That's how I perceive it and reading it intuitively, right? You've got a family looking at that cups up in the heaven. And cups representing emotional and spiritual. And I think that's what the deck is saying you need right now. That's the most important thing right now is faith, spirituality. That's where you really want to focus. So now, that aside, to the second part of the question, because I believe this is where the deck is leading us, what's coming, there's some change coming, right? Something is going to begin. Aces represent new beginnings, and it's an ace of wands, which is a fire element. Kind of just put that in the back of your mind a little bit. But something is going to start. There's going to be something coming up that you're going to begin, whether it's a new project, a new relationship, a new something. And then the last card is the world. And the world just means, that's having the world in your hand, that success, that whatever this new venture that you're going into with the Ace of Wands, it is going to turn out incredible for you. If that makes any sense. Who's next? Go, Lucian, go.
So I pulled the... Wait, is that the 10? Why is that
Nine.
Oh, it's the 9 of Cups. Thank you, Chris. I forgot how to read Roman numerals all of a sudden.
That's why I don't use decks with
So
Roman
we
numerals.
have the 9 of Cups. And to me, there's going to be an emotional choice and decision that is going to be heading your way. Something that is going to be slightly overwhelming. A lot of focus is going to be put into this that's coming towards you because it's going to make you feel like you have to make the right decision, because if you don't, then everything's just going to go downhill.
Ow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to just smack you when I did that. I pulled the Magician. I don't know why I almost said the One of Magicians again. And the Magician, as we know, is all about believing in yourself, relying on your innate skills and ability. So paired with the 9 of Cups, it's saying trust in your own instincts, because everything that you need, you have within you. You just need to learn how to pull it out.
Pulls it out,
and then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very direct. She's in charge. She knows what her purpose and her role in life is. She knows what course she wants to take. She has all the skills that she needs, and she's not afraid to head in the direction with that plan of action that she's planned. So altogether, it's basically saying with this decision, it's all about trusting your inner instincts. Know that you have the ability to create whatever future you want, and put all that effort into sticking with the plan of action. Don't falter, believe in yourself, because that belief in yourself is what's going to propel you forward in whatever decision you make.
Yes, yes, munch.
What say you, Chris?
What say you?
Lucian and Dave, do you know what you call a magician who's lost his magic?
A muggle?
Ian.
Ian? Wait, why Ian?
I'll let you think about it and you can come back to me, right? It's a fantastic joke.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna think about that.
Look at your magician card and look at the word magician, right? Right, Luna, you asked what you need to know right now, okay?
I get it. Hold on. I'm going to go back to us for a second. I get it. So because see the magician, if you take the magic out of magician, it's just Ian. The last 3 letters. I just got that. That's awesome. Okay, back to you, Chris.
Right, okay, I've got the Star and I've got the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so the thing that you need to know right now, the Star's kind of telling me there's some sort of process of healing going on. There's probably been a wee bit of shit going down in the past. You do seem to be kind of over that. Well, the actual shit time has passed. We're still in the healing stage, but the thing you need to know is you're still trying to take on too much. You're not really giving yourself the time that you need to heal. Okay, so the 2 of Pentacles is all, it's talking about a situation where you're basically trying to do too many things at the one time. You're trying to keep all the plates spinning at the one time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's that you're taking yourself back. It's certainly not detrimental, but you're kind of halting yourself in your healing process. You're not letting yourself actually progress and heal. So all the things that you're trying to do, you need to take a look at them and think to yourself, right, what absolutely do I need to do? Can I ignore right now? And what things can I maybe put in the back burner? What things can I put us to one side for now, to give me less stuff going on and more time to myself, more time that I actually need to, heal from whatever's been going on, and go forward that way. So I would say that's really what these cards are coming through for me. That's what they're telling me that you need to know right now. Hopefully that resonates in some way, shape, or form. In terms of what's coming up, I'm going to echo what Dave said with these Ace of Wands, because I got the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands kind of has an Ace of Wands feel about it, right? It's all about the kind of new spark, the new kind of fire energy, the new things that make you feel passionate. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about before, yeah, you've had some shitty situations in the past. You maybe still are kind of going through a healing process for them. But as a wee bit of hope for you for the future, what's coming up is this kind of new feeling of passion, of feeling that sense of belonging again, and that sense of purpose is what I'm trying to say. Page of Wands energy is like lots of new ideas. There's lots of things that you want to try and do, lots of things that really kind of light that fire in your belly, that light that spark. The only kind of slight, I wouldn't say warning, but word of advice with the Page of Wands is that those ideas alone are great. Well, those ideas are great, but alone it can almost be where you've got that big line of unfinished projects behind you, where you start lots of things, you got all these fantastic ideas, you start lots of things, but you never finish anything. So just be wary of that. You're going to need to kind of that energy is going to need to be guided and nurtured in a way where it's actually going to take you through to actually completing something in order to get that feeling of accomplishment that you're looking for. All right, so that is what I see. How does that kind of resonate? It's one of those ones where it is kind of oddly specific, and I might have missed the boat altogether. So just by all means call me out if I have. And I hope everybody loved my amazing joke.
That was awesome,
fantastic. Joe. You're gonna do me a favor. Can you say shit?
Shit.
I love the way he says shit.
Shit.
I just like you can say shit all day.
Wait, say it in a sentence.
Say
like I don't like to talk a lot of shit about people.
I don't like to talk a lot of shit about people.
It is. Okay, sorry. I hope that made some sense. There was some good reading going on there.
I think
roasting, by the way. I'm going to open up a door. Give me 2 wee seconds, right?
Roasting.
So while Chris is doing what he be doing, hope that helped Luna. Up next is Nads. And then after Nads is Kelly L, Ben Gomez, Jack, and then if we have time, we'll get Christy and Chris.
Actual roasting, like, see when you were panning the camera away from me, I was like sitting here like, oh my god, like fanning myself with my.
Ain't no roasting going on here. This one sets the air conditioner to like super max. I feel like a side of beef in a over here.
Well, AN reach out to me to reconcile.
Oh, AN.
Oh, why didn't it select it? Oh, because it didn't click it.
Because you got to click it. Putting the mouse over it doesn't click it.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, actually, no, that could be a good thing.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
I'm making sure I get some good shuffle going on here. Come on, cards. I need something flat. This table, like it when I push the cards together, it gets caught. It makes me upset. And I don't like to be upset. All right, who hasn't gone first yet?
Me.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Do you want?
Yet. If you want.
Yeah, because I'm still shuffling. All right, you're gonna go first now. Here he goes. Bring him in.
Okay. Will AN reach out to you to reconcile? Well, let's just read the cards and then see if we can kind of come to some sort of logical conclusion. So we've got the 7 of Cups, all right? Seven of Cups, particularly in this deck, is telling us that we're not seeing the whole situation as it is. Okay, there's an aspect of illusion that really comes with this card. All right, so that's, I mean, I suppose that's not really an answer to your question, but nonetheless, it's something that you probably want to know. As to whether or not AN is going to reach out to you, we're not sure yet, but what I will say is that whether this person does or doesn't, there's stuff going on in the background that you don't yet know about, or that you're choosing to overlook. All right, because the artist, the chap, is looking at the cups as they are, but I don't know if you can see there in the picture, he's drawing something completely different. So, you know, try and maybe bring your focus back into the kind of your consciousness a wee bit. Try and see things as they are, and maybe not so much as you like to see them, which sounds like a really kind of random, you know, wishy-washy thing to say. Sometimes I think when we're wanting something to happen, especially when it involves, you know, another person, a connection with another person, we can look past you know, some things that really objectively we maybe shouldn't look past, and we can choose to see either the positives only or the negatives only, or at least we can be quite heavily kind of swayed to one side. So just be wary of that. If that might be something that, you know, that might resonate with you, where you know, you maybe need to have an honest conversation with yourself, and you think, right, okay, well, like maybe I do need to take a more objective look at this, a less kind of emotional approach and a more objective look at things. So that's the Seven of Cups. Now the Magician is coming in next. Magic Ian is coming in next. Magician's a really kind of flashy character. You know, he's very active. The Magician and the High Priestess kind of counteract each other in that the Magician is that very active, masculine, like divine masculine, as in the kind of the active, kind of engaging energy, rather than the High Priestess, which is your more kind of contemplative, quiet, inward energy. So the Magician's a total extrovert. That might be AN, you know, it might just be describing the situation. We've then got the Moon. So again, the Moon, it comes with a sense of illusion. The Moon is, when the Moon shows up, it tells us that we might be in a situation where we feel as though we're in danger. You know, we feel as though we're drowning a wee bit. Sometimes you just kind of need to ride through it, trust that things are going to be okay. And, you know, once you kind of stop flapping, you can kind of, like, you know, although you feel as though you're drowning, once you kind of stop flapping, once you calm down, just concentrate on your breathing, you can actually find yourself floating to the surface again, and, you know, you can find your way out of that water. Okay, completely doesn't answer your question at all. I'm painfully aware of that. Hopefully I've managed to say some stuff that resonates with you, and that I've kind of at least got Lucian and Dave off to a starter, and they'll be able to go on to then answer the question. Yeah, what have you guys got?
Oh, sorry. Okay. So I pulled the Devil. Boom, boom, boom. But to me, the Devil indicates control, domination. In this instance, it's about taking control of what you want to see happen, to not just sit back and kind of question yourself whether or not things will happen. Sometimes you need to put it out there, let him know how you feel or she feels. I'm not sure who Ed is, if it's a guy or girl. So how they feel, rather, about the situation, because depending on how much time has passed, sometimes you never know. They may just be sitting there too, wondering if things are ever gonna make itself happen. So sometimes it's about putting yourself out there and taking control and letting them know how you feel. I have the 10 of Pence. And to me, the 10 of Pence is about putting that hard work and dedication into a relationship, because it's not just a one-way street. Sorry, I had stray hair. It's a two-way street. So it's about putting in that effort. When you put in that effort to make that connection and see how they're feeling and seeing what their relationship is, then you will reap the benefits and you'll be able to. It's all about having the patience with them too as well, because I know at times when you're both not seeing eye to eye and you're trying to see how if there is a possibility of reconnecting, there are going to be kind of like, it's going to be a little bit of oil and vinegar for a little bit. So you just have to be patient with them. And then finally, I have the Hanged Man. And to me, the Hanged Man is about perspective. So I don't really know what happened with the relationship and how it got to that point of reconciliation. But also, it's along with, as I said, talking to them, being patient with them, also understand where they're coming from, because a lot of the time when two people are very hot-headed, they tend to only think of the situation from their side, not the other person. So this is indicating taking the patience and the time to understand where they're coming from and why were they feeling that certain way and how are they feeling now, and really think of them to show that you actually care. And it's not like, oh, it's all about me and I don't really care how you feel. So it's really about taking the time to understand them. Are you gonna go?
Yeah, no, I'm
Sorry.
didn't know you were done.
Oh yeah, I'm done. Sorry.
All right.
So I'm bring this more view for now.
So I want to tell you, one of the reasons I really love reading with this deck is that when it has something to say, it will say it. So I'm just going to go through this and we're going to explore the cards. Now I have 4 cards. I'm going to read the 3.
Hold on. I just want to say something very, very quickly before I forget. So sorry. Now, because you just said that he was very rude out of character, but at the same time, it's like he could have had something that day that upset him, or a situation that happened before that you didn't know anything about, and you're only just going based off of like what happened within that moment. So with my card of the perspective, it's like taking the time, as I said, to understand, like, from his side, like, what was it that was going through his head at the time that he said or did whatever he did that was out of character, because you don't really would know what could have been on his mind. So okay, back to you, Dave.
You sure you're done?
I'm done.
You're done? All right. So yeah, when the Wizard's Tarot has something to say, and so, you know, sometimes it speaks loud. So my first card is the Initiate. Now, for the tarot readers out there, that's the equivalent of the Fool card. It's taking a leap of faith, you know, moving forward, moving on even, but taking that leap of faith, right? 5 of Cups. This is emotional uncertainty, right? This is where you are now, okay? So remember, we started with the Initiate, taking that leap of faith, you know, the 5 of Cups being that emotional uncertainty. And now we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, this page is a messenger. Pages are messengers. They bring news. This page is kind of a little covert. And this, you know, but I think what's being, I'm going to tell you, with those three cards, I wasn't sure at first what they were trying to say. But now my fourth card was a jumper. And I've been told, like, you know, if you have a jumper, you really should pay attention to it because the deck really wanted that card to come out. So I'm thinking here, and it'll all make sense when I show you this last card. I think what needs to happen is this is a shit or get off the, you know, excuse what I'm, you know, my language, but this is a shit or get off the pot moment. And it makes sense with you saying that the last conversation was kind of rude. I think, especially if you don't know what the issue was, I think you need to still approach that. You know, in all fairness to you, you have a right to know, but still, you know, if he values this relationship, now's the time to show it. And it may take you reaching out to him. The last card I have is the Eight of Swords. And this is entrapment. You know what I'm saying? She's trapped, she's blindfolded, she can't see. And that's where I'm getting at with this here, because you're blind to this situation and it's not fair to you. Don't wait around, you know, for him to reach out to you. This is, you know, reach out to him, say, look, you know, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this, you know? And if he's unwilling, you know, then maybe it's time, you know, to move on, basically. That's what I'm getting here. Now, he's either going to want to reconcile or not. And he needs to let you know that because, you know, this is where you are until you either reconcile or not, and you want to get out of this situation. That makes sense. I know it's a little, it came across a little hodgepodgey, but, you know, I would reach out and be like, look, you know, this, we need to talk about this. And at least that's what I'm getting from the cards. Hope that makes a little bit of sense. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to clickety clackety here. What do you got it? Oh my God, you're making me seasick. What's going on? I can't click.
Okay.
Clickety clackety. Did
that help at all, Nads? Oh, hi. Okay.
Hey, Antonello, the
true,
fabulous.
But he didn't reach out since I tried the next day to talk to him. He said he doesn't want to talk. Then, like I said, Nads, patience. Obviously, if something's pissing him off, the worst thing you want to do is try and talk to them, like, right then and there.
Well, I mean, he can just, you know, if she doesn't know, you know, if you don't know what's going on, he needs to, like, tell.
Well, yeah, but sometimes when you're that pissed off, the other party isn't going to want to talk right away. You have to have that patience, give them that time, and then say, hey, okay, we need to talk.
I don't know.
Anyways, up next is KL, and then we have Ben Gomez and Jack.
Boopty boopty boop.
And then if we have time, Chrissy and Chris. So KL, what is your question, love? Oh, I need to shuffle my cards.
I need to make a shuffle. A cup of coffee. Jesus.
Sorry.
I have
I think it's a, you can wake the dead with that sneeze.
I wake you sometimes, but that means.
You do.
Are you still there, Kay?
Yep, general for August, since it starts tomorrow.
General for August.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Awesome.
Lagalicious. Lagalicious. Oh. This deck is all over the place today. Okay. Who's the go first or this a timer?
Why don't you go first?
Oh, sure. Why don't I go first? All right. All right. So about August. Five of Pentacles. That's the first card. Uncertainty. But I see this card, I think, out in the cold. So August is going to be a month that kind of starts off a little bumpy. Right? There's going to be some uncertainty there. And then our next card is the Ace of Swords. And that's new beginnings, tweaks to the path, if you would. Something I'm going to say towards mid-month is going to, it's going to begin for you. By the end of August, what the fuck am I saying? We have the Chariot. And that stands for finding your direction. So going into August is going to be a lot of uncertainty. But by the time August ends, you're going to find your direction. You're going to hit your stride. Short and sweet. Who's
I
next?
can go next if you want.
Sure.
Okay, we're going to clickety-clackety, the clickety-clacketa.
Okay. Starting out with the Five of Swords here. I'm really interested in how mine and Dave's readings kind of mirror, because I'm starting out with the Five of Swords. I've then got the King of Swords in the middle, and I'm ending up on the Nine of Cups. Okay. So fives are kind of that instability. So that tells me that you're coming into the month. There's maybe been some. I feel as though shit going down is becoming my phrase. So I'm going to try and put it a different way. There's been some stuff happening, and it's left you feeling a bit worse for wear emotionally, psychologically in your head. Kind of that feeling as though you've had enough. Is it just, is this worth pursuing with anymore? The King of Swords is coming in, and he's kind of really encouraging you to look at the facts, take a very intellectual view on things. Don't make any decisions unless you've got the evidence to kind of suggest that that's the right decision for you. All right, the King of Swords is very, very analytical. You'll often see him portrayed as like a judge, a kind of, a counsel, a high up lawyer, that kind of thing. It's all about the evidence. It's all about the intellect. The King of Swords it's a game of chess. You've got to be 5 moves ahead of yourself, and you really got to kind of, anytime you make a serious decision, you need to know where that's leading, and you need to know what's happening next. So that's what it's kind of encouraging you to do, and that's what's going to pull you out of this kind of Five of Swords phase. And then we're ending up on the Nine of Cups, which is a kind of, obviously it's a much happier card. It's that kind of feeling of fulfillment. Some view it as the wish card. I look at it as a kind of community card. You're surrounded by the people that you've got emotional connections with. So a real stark difference between that 5 and this Nine of Cups. So yeah, kind of towards the end of the month, when you can start kind of putting in place that advice that comes with the King of Swords, you're going to make more time for yourself to kind of feel the emotion again, I guess is what I'm saying, and really kind of connect with the people around about you, the people that you care about, and the people that make you, the people that matter to you in your life and that give you a life purpose, I suppose. And yeah, it's the celebration card, it's the party card, you know, those kind of housewarming parties that we all like to have that we're probably all going to be having now we're coming out of this kind of lockdown phase, this COVID phase. Starting to connect with our friends again. You know, after everything that's been going down, after the isolation, the lockdown, you know, and you know, just kind of sparking those relationships again and reconnecting with people that you've maybe not seen in quite a while. So yeah, quite like I say, the start the thing that really strikes me is the difference between how we're going into August, and how it kind of progresses as we go on, and it's you know, obviously it's a good change. Lucian.
Oh, I'm sorry, we were muted. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, Lucian. Yeah.
Okay, Dave. Okay, so
Go make them big.
I pulled the lovely Tower card. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
But no, to me, it's just signifying that your August is going to start off a little bit on the rough side. A little bit of chaos, something that may potentially kind of rock your
world, baby.
No, not rock your world, but like shake your confidence up a bit. And it's definitely going to be a situation that you're not used to. You're not really going to be able to. You're going to question a lot, doubt, possibly even not sure what to do. But on the positive, I did pull the Strength card. Now, with the Strength card, I'm taking it literal. It's about literally finding the strength and the courage within yourself. If you have to, pull confidence and strength from the people around you that care about you, that will be there to support you through this kind of mishap that may be in the beginning. And then I pulled the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is literally just walking away. Don't let it... What?
Sorry. I just have a nut in my mouth and I'm trying to get it out.
Oh.
And I keep
I thought you were laughing at the card.
No. It's just me.
No, it's about just walking away from it. Like, even because judging by this card is the situation is going to be one that isn't really targeted at you, but it's going to be a situation that you're pulled into. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it worry too much. Just pull that strength from within. Be like, you know what? I'm stronger than this. I don't need to be a part of this situation. This is not my problem, not my worry, and just walk on off. Yeah,
it's finding your direction. By the end of that month, you know, just the chaos will be behind you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You will find your direction.
Oh, that's a month. I thought that was...
At least for the month.
Yeah.
Boop-de-boo.
But I'm not sure this is what is... Though I like the outcome, though, yeah, it could be related to the pandemic. Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, did that help, Kay?
Yeah, this pandemic thing is, I think it's got us all 5 of Pentacles right about now.
Right. So up next
let's bring Chris back.
Is Ben Gomez. If you're still in the room, type your question in all caps, and then after Ben is going to be Jack. Actually, I have to go to the bathroom quickly.
Why?
Because I can't hold it.
Why?
Because my bladder is about to explode.
Why?
I gotta pee.
Why?
Because it's full.
Why?
Your mom.
Why? Isn't why a great word? I love why.
I've got a 2-year-old niece, so no, it is not. What's that? What's that noise? Why?
Why?
Oh my god, that was like earlier today.
What?
Tell him to concentrate on his pee.
Sorry.
Yeah, hurry up. Get your pee out and get over here.
So I was on Facebook talking to Y. Oops. And Dave was like, "Who are you talking to?" And I went, "Why?" And he goes, "What do you mean, why? Like, just tell me who it is." And I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "No, I'm asking you the question. Like, who are you talking to?" I'm like, "That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Y on Facebook." Anyways, as funny as that was.
Yeah, it just wasn't delivered
okay.
very well.
So Ben said, "I applied for a new role at work. Curious was the possible outcome of this. Oh, what the possible outcome of this will be." And hi, A Witch and Tarot.
Hello.
How are you, love?
How you doing? Happy Friday, everybody.
It's Yvette, right? Oop, my cards
You
just went
dropped
everywhere.
some cards. What are you doing? That hurts. I got you.
I can go first if you want.
That
Yes,
sounds good.
please. I just dropped all my cards.
I'm still shuffling.
So hey Ben,
I'll make him big.
the first card that I've pulled for you is the Fool. You know, Fool is the very beginning of the tarot, depending on how you look at it, but it's the it's the beginning of the majors, it's the beginning of the tarot, and it's throwing yourself into that new situation. I think I definitely see opportunity for you to get the job that you're going for, and to really kind of throw yourself into it. Thereafter, though, I'm seeing a lot of high fire energy, a lot of passion, and sometimes that passion can be really quite stressful if it's not controlled properly. I've got the 10 of Wands, and then that's followed by the 9 of Wands. So yeah, just throw yourself into the new job. Don't listen to the naysayers. Definitely if it's the right move for you, if you thought about it and you're happy that this is the next move for you and you want to do it, then go for it. That's what the message of the Fool is. The 10 of Wands, though, is kind of warning you against taking on more than you can handle. All right. It's talking about the value of breaking things down into smaller tasks. Sorry, my screen's shaking, therefore my camera's shaking. Breaking the task down into bite-sized pieces and tackling it one thing at a time. Don't try and just look at everything in a winner. Winner. Don't try and just look at everything at once as one big massive task, because you're going to stress yourself out, and you're going to lose your momentum that way, and you're going to make yourself feel really burdened. So that's some advice for you if you do go into this role. Definitely spend some time looking at, I'm not sure what it is that you're what kind of job it is that you're looking to do. Quickly scrolling to see if you're mentioning it. No, you're not. Depending on what kind of stuff it is you're doing, can you break the workload down? Can you look at it in chunks? So, for example, for me, I've got a caseload. I work with caseload stuff, and what I have to do is break up my caseload and say, right, these are all the things that need to get done this week. This is the stuff that can wait. The stuff that needs to get done this week, I've then break it down further and say, right, okay, well, this is what I need to do on Tuesday. This is what I do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I break it down and set myself kind of smaller, achievable goals. And I feel a lot of value in that. I feel as though I'm getting a lot more work done. And when I do achieve more than what I've set myself for that day, then I feel a real sense of accomplishment. All right. So bear that kind of way of thinking in mind, and really see if you can harness that kind of energy. All right. And then we're ending up on the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is a bit more positive than the 10. I often think of the 9 and the 10 of Wands are kind of like alternative endings in a movie almost, right? So you're coming to the end of that kind of Wands cycle, all right? So you're coming to the end of that kind of that fire, that passion, excuse me, that project that we throw ourselves into, that really brings us that feeling of purpose and fulfillment. We're coming to the end. The 9 is almost as like kind of telling you, you've done it, you've made it, and all she's kind of needing to do is kind of stand and defend the thing that she's built. There's going to be trials, there's going to be stresses, all right? Nine of Wands, you know, the traditional image is you'll see him bandaged up, you know, he's been through a hell of a lot of shit. It's not been any kind of picnic. So that another thing to bear in mind is that, you know, whenever we throw ourselves into something new, especially when it comes to career, we are going to have to take a couple of hits, all right? But definitely a positive message with the 9 at the end there. It's telling you that you can do this, you can be a success. You just need to believe in yourself and you need to power yourself forward. All right. So hopefully that made some sense and gives you a wee bit of hope and some advice. What about Dave and Lucian? What have you guys got?
Okay. So I pulled the Ace of Wands. So as we all know, the aces are that spark, that seed of growth. And then the wands are all about energy. So obviously it being the very beginning, it's going to be exciting for you. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. So then, sorry, I have more to it besides just that. And then we have my favorite creepy baby card, the Sun card. The Sun card, again, about victory. It's about getting over that hurdle. Everything that you have worked hard for is finally here. It's blossoming. And then finally, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is full of energy. He's very... he has a vision. He's very good at seeing past, seeing what needs to get done. He's a natural born at what he does. Though, the only thing I have to warn you about with this is because I pulled 2 wands, which are both energy, and then I have the Sun card. Oh, the Sun card. That is also, when you think about it, the sun is a big ball of fire, a big ball of energy. So the one thing that I think, going off of Dave's card or reading that you said about how, or was it Chris's? Well, either one, that talked about a lot of energy that's going to be required for this job. Is just
I didn't read yet, so it must
have just kidding. Then it was Chris.
Good God.
Being careful not to overexert yourself, because with all this energy that you have and that and fire, you can easily get worn out when you're trying to work too hard at perfecting the new job, especially because when we all get new jobs, we want to give that first great impression. We want to put all of our effort into what we're doing. But it's just warning you to not do it to the point where you feel like you're burnt out, like you've lost all your energy, your fire, your passion. So just add a little bit of water in there to make sure that you're not completely burnt out.
All right. Well, I have a question. I have a question for you, Ben. Do you have the position already, or is it you applied for it and you're waiting to hear back? Because that's the impression I got by your question, is that you applied for this position, but you don't know if you got it yet. So don't know if I'm off in that perception. First card is our 8 of Swords. This is the second time I pulled this card today. This card, I think so. This card represents being trapped or blindfolded, not seeing, open your eyes, or being restrained. Okay, so there's that feeling of being trapped. But it could also represent that you are not seeing something, or refusing to see, with the blindfold. Okay. My next card is the Hairpin. Now, this card is knowledge. This card, right? This is the Hairpin. Just in one word, represents knowledge, learning, growth through knowledge. And the last card is the Magician. The Magician. The Magician creates. So when I put this all together, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is the role for you because something bigger and better is on the horizon, but you have a little bit of growth to do. Or it could be that, there's a little bit of growth knowledge-wise that you need to do before this job. It says, no, I applied for it. I'm waiting to hear about an interview, whether I got selected. Yeah. I'm getting this. So when I put this all together, there is something on your horizon that's big. But I think what this card is saying is you may feel trapped right now, but make sure you don't go in blindfolded. Make sure if it's the right job for you. You may not hear back. There's something, this card is telling me there's something amiss about this whole job, this particular job. But, being followed up by the Hermit and the Magician, there is something big on the horizon. What just dinged? Oh, I hope that makes sense because I tried to articulate it, but I think I was a little all over the place.
No, I thought that made sense. So Ben, let us know if that kind of resonates or how you felt about those readings.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already got the next question posted up.
Yeah, Jack, why are we all the way over here?
You keep moving it.
I moved it to you.
I've been looking into getting a new car since my current one has been having a lot of issues. How's that going to turn out?
Oh, shit.
Well, he pulled the shit card. I mean, stay with the clunker.
I keep dropping my cards. I'm trying to shuffle them. That's good, Ben.
Yeah. All right, let's see how we go.
I've got cards. I don't mind going first, or if someone else wants to go first this time. By the way.
Ooh.
Ooh. Right. Okay. We're starting out with the moon. Anytime you get a new car, I got a new car at the start of the year. I think there can be that kind of feeling of uncertainty at the start, just as you get used to it, this is Jack we're reading for. Jack, whereabouts are you from, and is it an automatic or a manual car? Because over in the UK we tend to mostly drive manual cars. So when I got a new car, you need to get used to like the kind of biting point, which is the point where you lift the clutch up to. There's a lot more to get used to. So I'm thinking in terms of that, but it might be that that it's manual, and it might be a bit of an easier transition for you. But in any event, there's always that kind of period of familiarization, where you need to kind of get to know your new car. Really just get used to it. After you go over that, you're sitting in the Emperor. So it's an automatic, right? Okay, that's cool. So hopefully it should be quite a smooth process for you then when you move to getting your new car. We're coming in with the Emperor next. So yeah, the only thing I would say is make sure that you're doing your research when you are looking for cars and stuff. Make sure you kind of know everything you need to know. If you're like me and you're really not car minded, make sure you bring someone on board who is, and who can kind of look at the look at the car and make sure that it's it's going to be the right car for you for the purposes that you want to use it. Okay, so if you're a person who drives, like I was going to say from Glasgow to Edinburgh, but that's not very helpful for you. So if you're driving like between states every day for work or something like that, then that's going to be a hell of a lot different than if you're just using it once a week to drive 5 minutes down the road to go to do your weekly shopping. Yeah. So depending on what you're going to use the car for, you will want totally different cars. You've got different cars that suit different purposes. Make sure you do your research. If you're not car-minded, make sure you have someone who can help you out with all that kind of stuff. Also, make sure, I don't know what it's like for you guys over there, but for us here, when it comes to kind of buying a car and dealing with car salesmen, you really got to have your wits about you, and you've got to make sure that you kind of get them down to a reasonable price, because they'll always try and, I don't want to say rip you off, that's not fair, but like, they're always trying to get what's in it for them. You okay? Oh, you're muted there. So yeah, but coming back to the Emperor, sorry. It's that feeling of being in control again. The Emperor is all about control, stability. He's the king of his castle, isn't he? So once you've kind of got over that initial period of getting familiar with it, being in an unfamiliar situation, then comes the period. Then comes that feeling of security and stability again, and you're ending up on the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, as far as new cars go, or as far as the use of a car goes, I suppose that's what you're looking for. You're looking to kind of get good use out of it. You don't want to be paying through the teeth and losing hemorrhaging money left, right, and centre. That's not the feeling that I'm getting on the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is obviously a very affluent card, so it looks as though it's going to be quite good value for your money as well. You're going to be able to use it and enjoy it, and it's going to help you, enjoy, life, enjoy the things that you've got round about you in life. So it'll get you to the places where you need to be. Yeah, as far as a card goes, it's looking pretty good.
That was cool.
Sorry, we didn't mean to talk. I thought I hit the mute button.
That's okay.
Okay, so
Then you ripped a big one. It's a good thing it was muted.
Pulled 3 cards, and then this 4th one kind of popped out when I was shuffling, so I just decided to add it.
A jumper.
So the first card I have is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, as we know, is all about decision, choice. Yeah. And then we have the 8 of Swords.
Is that 8 or 7?
That's 8. See, there's the 3 lines. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, that looks just like my
8 of
7.
Swords. And don't restrict yourself to thinking that you have to get your car right away. Look at your options. Do your research, as Chris had said. But I also pulled the Hierophant. And to me, that's symbolizing if you need to talk or bring, when you go look at the cars, bring someone along who speaks car and is very fluent in knowing the different cars that you need. That you don't need. The different types of cars that have different purposes, so that you can find that special car that you need for what works for you, and for helping you with the pricing and everything else. Thank God that when I switched my car, I had Dave, because he was able to kind of like haggle the price down a little bit. So that really helped having him there, because I would have just been like, okay, sign away. I just spent all this money.
Yeah, plus a new choice of car too.
Yeah. And then I pulled the Death card, and the Death card to me is all about change. But change can be a good thing in life, especially for you, seeing as you kind of need a new car. So this change is going to be a positive one for you. But all combined, it's basically saying, don't choose right away. Take your time. Bring someone with you that could possibly help. And change is good.
Okay. All right, my first card is the Six of Pentacles. This is the card of balance, especially when giving. And what I mean by that is,
Is that the Hierophant?
that's the Six of
Oh,
Pentacles. You don't want to overextend financially. Okay, you want to make sure you balance things out. The second card is our Queen of Pentacles. I look at her as she's the thinker, right? And then we have the Four of Cups. He's the coveter. He is dreaming about a particular cup when he's got three in front of him. So what this is all coming together to say is a few things. Just like Lucian said, it might be a good idea to bring someone with you. Buy the right car that's for you. Look, we all want to roll down the street, in a, the Lamborghini or some fancy, Mercedes Benz or whatever or whatnot. But that might not be the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to buy the right car that's both the right value and something that's reliable. And that's what I think the overall message here is. If I can pop these up here, I don't know if I'll show them in the right order. I don't know how the camera works. But right, we start with, this guy here. This is about balance and Pentacles being about, the whole monetary part of it. Put thought into it. And, look at what's realistic and what's right there before you instead of what we're dreaming of at this point. If that makes sense. It's just, just put a lot of thought into buying this car. And, just make sure you stay grounded. Yeah, I see some comments in here. Car salesmen, they're the devil. Where's your devil card? Because that's what you put them away. That's what the devil card represents. You got to be really careful because they always want to upsell you. The one thing I can tell you, Lucian, he knows I'm a master at buying cars.
Mm-hmm.
I know when to go into the dealer. I know what to say. There's a lot of things they'll say. Oh, what's your budget? What do you want to spend per month? Oh, they love doing that. And you want to know why? They'll give you a 20-year loan if you say, "Oh, I can only afford $200 a month." Right? They'll spread that loan out forever. And the thing is, cars lose their value of as soon as you drive them off the lot. These are the tricks that salesmen, car salesmen do. I always tell people, show up at the dealer an hour before they close. If it's an hour and a half before they close, walk around and look. Because you want to put a little flame under them to kind of let them motivate them, because they're working on commission, and the more they get you to spend on that car, the more that they're going to make. So it's all about a real good haggle. I went when I bought one of my new cars, and I buy new, an hour before, and it's like, I go in there. Another thing I do, I was like, oh, I love this car. Yeah, you get all excited. Then they think they got you on the hook. They go fill a paper out, and then you go, yeah, can I get a few minutes to think? Here it has started. The place is already closed. And I'm like, yeah, can I take a few minutes to think about this? And you just drag them. And they're like, well, what do you need to think about? What doesn't make sense? Well, the thing is, monthly, yeah, that's in my budget, but I just don't want a 7-year loan for a car. I mean, that, you drive it off the lot, and I just haggle and haggle and haggle. And, they'll always walk to the manager office where, I got to talk to my manager, blah, blah, blah. And they come back, and, if they want to sell that car, you're going to leave with the deal that you want. And just be patient and fight for it. That end rant. Sorry.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up here because we've been on almost 2 hours now. And
yeah, it's like what 1:30 for Chris out there, and
almost 2, I think, right?
Oh, we gotta unmute him.
Yeah, it's 20 past 1. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I was looking at how long we've
That's
been
okay.
live for, not what the actual time was. Awkward.
What? No, but it is. It's 20 past 1 over where he is.
No, because I thought it was 1:49 here, but then I realized it's not even full. Right.
That's the amount of time we've been live.
Don't mind me. Anyways, I hope everyone had fun. Anything to say, Dave?
Yeah, you're struggling.
I know.
Well, anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you,
Yes,
Chris,
thank
for
you.
joining us as always. Yeah, this wasn't a popcorn party, but we're gonna get everything sorted right back out so that the shows are on the right days.
Yeah,
And,
especially because me going back to work, Dave being at work, we have to definitely set a proper schedule for when we're going to do things. And we're going to switch some things up so that
we got to make
our channel's
sure
a little bit more interesting than just the readings, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's the one thing is actually when Lucian starts going back to work, I'll probably start doing some of the, I mean, I don't know, depending on the days, like I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do Sunday. Maybe I'll do a live. I don't know. I might go kayaking. But yeah, with our schedule switching around, we're going to kind of juggle things a little bit. Or it might stay the same. It depends on when Lucian works. Because no, you don't work nights, do you?
Well, I don't work until like 9 like I used to, but I work until like, I think 2 days next week I work noon to 7.
All right. So, yeah, we'll figure it all out.
Cool. We're pulling since it's Friday, we're pulling a card for everybody for the weekend, or can I pull a card for everybody for the weekend?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Do you want to pull a card?
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Card for the weekend. Oh my god, right. Full. I've got the full.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ace of Cups.
And I have the Strength card. So basically for me, strength, you have the strength inside you to achieve whatever it is you want. Say no to drugs.
Unless it's pot.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And speaking of pot, Ace, try something new this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Stay safe. Don't let the new, don't try getting COVID. We don't want that. But try something new. Try something.
Yeah. I'll second that. Definitely try something new. We've got that, that energy of novelty around about us. With this particular full card, I've said before, it looks like one of those trust exercises that you do when you kind of let yourself fall back and you trust everyone to catch you. So practice trust. Trust someone this weekend. Give someone the benefit of the doubt. If you're feeling like you're really not sure about a situation, do you know what? Go for it. Throw yourself into it anyway. If it all goes tits up in the air, you'll still learn something from it. You'll learn, you'll develop yourself. So yeah, throw yourself into something new. You'll end up a better person than what you were when you started.
If you try something new and it goes tits up, then you'll learn that that's not the right thing to try, and you just try something else.
Or if, like Dave said, you try something and doesn't work out, blame Chris.
If you try something new and it goes tits up in the air, just rub your nipples and say it'll be okay.
Right. Anyways, thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you, Chris, and we will see you guys soon.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
It's not a
wrong. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Bye, everyone.